Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the lecture of ASD. Today we will discuss about the purlins and the design steps of purlin. Okay. First of all, what is purlin? Then purlin is a component of roof truss. See this. Purlin is a component of roof truss on which the roof is placed and the direct load of the roof is transferred to the purlin, and the load then purlin transfer the load to the this principal rafter. Okay. Purlins are in angle section, or if the roof angle is higher than the 10 degree, then we will take the section of C section and I section. Okay. First, what is purlin? Then we will discuss the design steps of purlin. Okay, purlin are the member which support the roof wall covering. Okay, they distribute the excess load to the main truss, or we will say a principal rafter. Then the principal rafter directly transfer the load to the eave point. Okay, then also the main tie transfer the load to the eave point by a vertical or inclined member. Then from the eave point, the load is transferred to the column and column to the soil. Okay. First, the function of the purlin is to support the laterals. The main function is to support the lateral sway in truss. Okay. Dead load act at the center of gravity of purlin, and wind load act at the normal to the purlin. As we see, the dead load of the roof and self weight of the purlin, that is directly act at the center of the purlin. Okay. Then purlin are subjected to bracing and twisting, resulting in the unsymmetrical bending. Okay, purlin produces the unsymmetric bending. Purlins are designed for the simple, continuous and cantilever beams. Then for the purlin supported on simple support, then the maximum bending moment that will produce is WL square by 8. And if the continuous support are there, then we will take the formula WL square by 10. Okay. In design steps, first of we have to find the moments that is that acting on x direction, or we will say z direction, and vertical y direction. Okay. Then from the moment we will find the section modulus, and from the section modulus we will find the section from the steel table. Okay. Here the position of the purlin should be kept in such a way that planes should face in upward direction. If they are directing in downward direction, it will cause instability and will create twisting, which will result in instability. Okay. The moment should be compound in both u and y direction, or u or x in y direction. Okay. Maximum bending moment should be adopted, and we will design the purlin from that moment. Purlin is a flexural member. We will consider the purlin as a flexural member, And as we find the moment in the RCC also, and from the moment we will find out the uh, steel that steel in RCC beam and columns, and same here, same method we will find out the section that used in as a purlin. Okay, design steps of purlin. First, span of the purlin should be taken from center to center of adjacent trusses. Then the gravity load P due to sheeting, and the live load and load and wind load, that is H due to wind, should be computed. First, we will find the dead load that comes from the sheet and self weight of the purlin, and then we will consider the live load. Live load that we will discuss earlier the formula to find out the live load. 750 minus 20 into alpha minus 12 10. Okay, then we will find the wind load, and we consider here the wind load as a lateral load. It acts in the lateral direction of purlin. Okay, component of these loads are determined. These loads are multiplied by the partial safety factor. Okay, we multiplied the partial safety factor to that load, and for the safety, and which partial safety factor, then we will take the partial safety factor from the IS code IS 800/2007 from page 16, from page 26, table number 4. Then shear force, maximum shear force, find out the maximum shear force Fz and Fy, and then determine the maximum moment, that is Mz and My. After that, we will discuss that if the simply supported condition are there, then the moment is W square by 8, and if the continuous support are there, then moment is W square by 10. Then required plastic section modulus ZPZ here is equal to Mz into gamma M0. This is the partial safety factor, and we will take the value 1.10. Okay, Mz into gamma M0 by divided by Fy means yield stress, plus 2.5 d by Bf. Bf here is the width of flange into My into gamma M0 divided by Fy. Then we will check for the section modulus. To check the section modulus, here the ratio B upon Tf. Tf means the thickness of the flange, width upon thickness of the flange, that is less than the 9.4 epsilon, and D upon Tw means depth upon thickness of web. It should be less than 42 epsilon. Then we will check for the shear capacity. For the shear capacity, IS code 800/2007, page number 59, clause number 8.4.1. The formula is VTZ is equal to AUZ into Fy upon √3 gamma M0. Here AUZ is considered as a H into Tw, means height of a hot roll section, and Tw means the thickness of the section or web section. Okay. For the welded section, we consider the depth. In the hot roll section, we consider the height, and in welded section, for the computation of AZ, we consider the depth. And here the shear capacity along the Z axis, Vz, it we will find the VDZ and multiply with 0.6, and it should be less than Fz. If it if it is more than the Fz, then again find out the alternate section and compute the and calculate the shear capacity again. Okay, then shear capacity along the y direction. Here shear capacity is along the z direction, and here we will calculate along the y direction. The formula is AVy into Fyw upon root 3 into gamma m. Gamma m is the partial safety factor for the material, and AVy here we calculate the AVy with BF into TF into 2. Okay, BF means the width of the flange and TF is the thickness of the flange, and multiply by 2, and we will find out the AVy. Here the FYW is the yield stress for the web section. After finding out the shear capacity along the y direction, it should be less than Fy. Capital Fy means we will earlier calculate the load in the y direction. Okay, so it must be less than or equal to the Fy. Then your section is safe. Then after, check for the moment capacity. For the moment capacity check, IS 800 2007, page number 53, clause number 8.2.1.2. Okay, MDZ, it means the moment in the Z direction. Beta B ZP into Fy upon gamma m0. Gamma m0 is partial safety factor, Fy is the yield stress, Zp is the section modulus or a plastic section modulus, and beta B is a factor. Here the shape factor is the 1 upon beta B. Beta B means Ze upon Zp, and the shape factor is Ze upon Ze. Zp means section modulus for plastic section plastic, and Z is elastic section modulus. Okay, MdZ is it should be less than or equal to 1.2 Zefy upon gamma m0. Gamma m0, we will consider the value of gamma m0 as a 1.10, and Fy is a yield stress. In example, the yield stress is given, and Ze, we will calculate the section modulus for the elastic section modulus. Then moment in y direction, mdy is equal to beta b into zpy into Fy upon gamma m0. Again, gamma m0 is a partial safety factor, Fy is a yield stress. Then zpy is a plastic section modulus, but here it is in y direction, and it should be less than 1.5 Ze into Fy upon gamma m0. Here in Z direction, we will consider the 1.2, and here in Y direction we consider the 1.5. Okay. In Y direction, the shape factor Zp upon Ze will be greater than 1.2, hence use 1.5 in Y direction. Then check for the local capacity by using the intersection equation. Okay, this equation is also given in the IS code mz upon mdz plus my upon mdy. It should be less than or equal to 1, then our section is safe. Here mz is the moment in z direction that we earlier determined by the this. Okay, no, this is our section modulus. Here my and mz, determine my and mz. Yes, we will find this moment by this equation wl square by 8 and wl square by 10. mz, here mz. Similarly for the y direction, wl square by 8 or wl square by 10, and we earlier determined the value of mdz. Here in step 7, mdz from this formula and mdy again from this formula, and it should be less than or equal to 1. Then next step, check for the deflection. Check for the deflection is also given in IS code IS 800 2007, page number 31, table number 6. In the table, the maximum deflection for the purlin for a flexure member is L upon 180. In example, we calculate the deflection and we check the maximum deflection, that our calculated deflection is not it should not be greater than the maximum deflection, that is L by 180. Okay, under wind suction, the bottom flange of purlin will be under compression. Overall buckling is made using mz upon mdz plus my upon mdy less than or equal to 1. Okay. Again, we will revise quickly. First of all, determine the span, then determine the value of gravity load or dead load of roof, then self weight, then calculate the live load from the formula, and then calculate the wind load, that is lateral load, and calculate the wind load from 875 part 3, and that dead load and live load is from 875 part 1 and 875 part 2. Okay, then multiply that load with partial safety factor, that is also given in page 60 IS 800 2007, table number 4. Then calculate the shear forces Fz and Fy, and determine the value of Mz and My from the formula W square by 8 and W square by 10. Then calculate the plastic section modulus Z Pz from this formula. Here the value of gamma m0. Gamma m0 is a partial safety factor. We will consider the 1.1. Capital D is the depth of flange, and BF is the width of flange. Here B upon TF. TF is the thickness of flange, and here TW means the thickness of web, and D is depth of flange. Okay. Check for the section modulus. It should be less than B upon TF value should be less than 9.4 epsilon, and D upon TW value it should be less than the 42 epsilon value. Then check for the shear capacity. For the shear capacity, we consider this formula, and here the value for value of AZ is H into TW for the hot roll section and D into TW for the welded section. It means we consider the depth for the welded section and consider the height H for the hot roll section. And the multiplication of 0.6 and the shear capacity VDZ should be less than the FZ. Then our section is safe. Then find similarly for shear capacity for y direction. VDY is equal to AVY into FYW upon root 3 gamma m. Gamma m is again for is the partial safety factor, and AVY is here 2 into BF into TF. BF is the width of flange and TF is thickness of flange, and it should be less than or equal to Fy. Fy is the shear force in y direction. Then check for the moment capacity from the IS 800 page 53 8.2.1.2 MDZ, and the MDZ and MDY value from that equation, and it should be less than this. And here beta B is ZE upon ZY, ZE upon ZP. Sorry, ZE means elastic section modulus and ZP means plastic section modulus. And shape factor is equal to 1 upon beta B, so that the shape factor is ZP upon ZE. Then check for the local capacity by using the intersection equation, and that equation is mz upon mdz plus my upon mdy. We will find we earlier find the value of mz and my from the load that is that acting along the trusses, and we will find we earlier find the mdz and mdy value from the equation. Okay, then it should be less than or equal to 1. Then check for the deflection. The maximum deflection is L upon 180. And under the wind section, the bottom flange of purlin will be under compression. Then overall buckling is made using again this equation, and it should be less than 1. Okay, these are the design steps of purlin. Okay, thank you.